There we go.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. So we're kicking it off today on Master Thursdays with Kim. I'll let her introduce herself, but as you all know, my name is Brittney Ashley, and I'm the CEO of Creative Dynamic Virtual Assistants. And I'll pass it along introductions with everybody else. So Sarah?
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the CEO of SKE Creative Media. We offer virtual assistants and launch integration for course and product launches.
Awesome. I'm Melissa Thimot. I own Emerge Services Bookkeeping. We offer obviously bookkeeping service, payroll, government filings, and right now we're doing a lot of consulting.
And Kim.
All right, my name is Kim. I own Borrowed and Blue Events, which is an event planning company based in Victoria. We do weddings, full planning, partial planning, day of coordination, and all of those sorts of fun things.
Awesome. Thank you, Kim. We're so excited to have you here. You're our first kickoff. So I thought it would be really interesting to bring you on, one, because the wedding industry has been hit pretty hard with everything that is going on. But then also I know that you've been struggling with some business issues as well. So I wanted us to first cover kind of general business issues, and then we can cover everything that is happening right now for you as well.
Okay, perfect. So I started my business in 2017. When I originally started my business, I started it off just as doing like event setups and takedowns. So that's what we did the first season. The second season, we kind of integrated into doing more day of coordination packages. And now I'm at a place where I do mainly full plans. We probably do about 3 day of coordinations a year. So a lot of our income is coming in from doing the full plans. But I think one of my big issues is expanding. So because there's only one of me and I bring in an assistant, I can only take on so much work. Especially with having 3 kids at home. My husband also does roofing, so his busy season is in the summertime as well. So it's a pretty big balancing act for the two of us. So expanding is one thing. I don't really know how to go about expanding or finding the right person. I also am a bit of a control freak because I like everything to be perfect. So there's a lot of anxiety about handing things over to someone else. As far as finding my ideal client, I am fully booking every summer, and I am in the higher end of pricing. So I am getting those ideal clients. A lot of them actually come up from the States or outside of BC, which is great. But I was thinking about ways that I could create more revenue maybe in the off season, just because I am busy basically from May until October. Another big thing for me, obviously, and I think something that a lot of people struggle with, is marketing. Having an online presence, making sure that you're staying active on like Instagram so that you don't lose your engagement, things like that are things that I do find really hard to balance. A lot of my revenue and customers are coming off of Google, which is good. So I know that my SEOs are working well. But having like that Instagram presence or maybe advertising and marketing, but at the same time, I also don't know if it would be worth investing in those things because I am already fully booked for peak season. So it's trying to find something that can kind of offset the revenue from just those 6 months to kind of expanding it to the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's really good. I guess I kick in here first, guys? Okay. So one, because I do know that you're a mom, and then I just want to also touch that this isn't your only job. You wear multiple hats, and I don't know how you do it, but you do. But I thought, I want to really bring up to you, Kim, I really think that a CRM, a customer relationship management system, to be put within your kind of business strategy would really help you take a little bit away, like kind of set off a little bit of admin work, because I know you're doing a lot of admin work as well for yourself, and putting a CRM will just help kind of streamline your business a little bit more. So there's a few different CRMs that are out there. It's just a matter on kind of like your budget and what I would feel really beneficial for you. So there's different kind of CRM styles and just basic ones that can really help. So I'll just start on, like, there's a platform called Dubsado. And so it's just really like a really good onboarding for your clients. It actually stores a lot of contracts, proposals. So it actually, and we can actually implement a workflow. So when your client comes into your website, fills out all the information, we'll put in a workflow so it actually triggers some of these content flow information to what they're looking for and send out emails for them before you actually have to step in and communicate. Not necessarily for your business, we're going to want to put workflow everywhere, but I think that will just help you streamline your business a little bit more and you will feel less stress in that aspect of things. Because I know you do have a lot of hats. Just so you know, like my business, we do use Dubsado, but there's other CRMs as well. There's Honeybooks, which kind of it's kind of like the same thing as Dubsado in a way. It's not as heavy as all the other CRMs out there. But there is also Zuhu CRM, which is actually, it integrates a lot of platforms, so your marketing, email marketing, and integrates it very well. It just comes down to your budget, more or less, and where we can implement a CRM for you. So I think that would really help lay off some kind of pressure on a business stance for you. I know you want to expand, and the other two can maybe chime into this on this aspect. But have you ever considered reaching out to colleges or even rural road students? Actually, I should have brought one of this, I can't remember his name on the top of my head, sorry. But they're actually creating this really interesting program, and they're trying to get students to be more involved in kind of like a co-op, but he's actually being more interactive with businesses and making sure that they're the right fit. So I really think that reaching out to colleges and even rural roads or universities of different students coming in to help you within the summer would be really helpful. And then you're probably going to find, like, one, those are students who are wanting to go above and beyond, especially in the tourism industry. That's kind of like that's where they want to shine. I don't know if Sarah or Melissa, you had anything to add to that on expanding, but I really think that one, a CRM would help you to get to the next level, and then two, looking at reaching out into different schools and maybe how you can come in and even do kind of presentations of your business, and then seeing who would be interested to come in to work with you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think those are all really great points. The other thing that has worked well for me is to make a list of all my tasks and figure out what you can outsource, whether that's outsourcing to an administrative assistant or a virtual assistant or a marketing firm, just to take some time out of your day to focus on the things that you love, right? Whether that is somebody who wants to eventually get into the industry that you are, or just somebody who wants to just come alongside you and see you succeed. So those are the initial steps that I took as I expanded. And I found that as I sort of started to give up some of that control, it just became easier and easier because I figured out what I needed to do to train, to get confidence in that person. And then the more you learn that about yourself, the more you're able to continue to replicate that with more employees or staff or, whatever your vision will look like.
100%. I think at the end of the day, like I just want to bring light that you are the CEO of your company. You're always looking at bringing more profit into your company. So you, at the end of the day, you're doing multiple things. So you really need to learn kind of how to take a step back and let go of certain aspects. And I get it. Like I was there too. It's taken me a lot, like mind manipulation to kind of let go of that. I am a perfectionist, so it's hard. But once you get to that point, you're going to see like you're gaining so much more momentum. I do also want to just touch before I forget, because you also mentioned about marketing and online presence, specifically on Instagram. Have you ever thought of using a social media platform? So specifically, there's a platform called Later that you can utilize, and they actually have it's free for first few posts that you can do, and that way you can build up your content. You can sit down for one day maybe and just maybe flush out like a full month's worth of content, and it doesn't have to be a post every day. It's just that you're building that online connection with your followers and future followers as well. And it can post out to Facebook, because I know you're on Facebook.
Oh, cool. Okay, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I can send you the information for sure, Kim. Sarah, do you have anything to?
Not really. I mean, I liked all that you guys said. I mean, I really empathized with Kim because I just hired my first like virtual assistant. It's funny because I'm usually the one that people hire, and for me it was really, really hard. So I was feeling the same kinds of things Kim was feeling. I was like, I want to expand, but there's literally nothing else that I myself can give. Like I can't do any more than I'm doing. And I mean, for me, I found it really easy to convince people to hire me, but trying to hire my own person caused a lot of like mindset issues that I had to dive into first before I could really get anywhere. Like I always think that you have to work on the mindset before anything. So I was really challenging the beliefs and questioning the beliefs that were coming up about hiring somebody, because I also had the thoughts like, I'm not going to find somebody who's going to be me. And so I had to really dive in and challenge that and be like, you know, why is that thought coming up? Like, what is really the issue here? And, you know, acknowledge, no, nobody's going to be me. They're going to be them. And that's going to be great. So just finding somebody who had the right energy and really being confident about like what I wanted out of somebody, and not just picking, you know, anybody, like really taking my time to find the person and like being okay with like, for now, I'm going to just continue to do this work until I find the right person versus I need to hire out of desperation. I need to hire somebody now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Those are just the points that I was writing down. I was reading a book a few years ago as I was starting this business, and one of the things that they suggested was to hire slow and fire fast, right? And I'm not advocating firing very quickly, you know, making sure that we're working with our employees and contractors to sort of build them out to reach their potential. But I do like that concept where you just take some time. You know, I've gone through quite a few employees, not quite a few, but a few employees. And I found that my best employees are the ones that I didn't need right away, that I could foresee me needing. So before you are in desperation, I like that word. And I took my time. You know, it took me, my last employee that I hired, it took me almost 2 months to hire her. And she's been one of the best hires. But I really got to know her, and I really spent a lot of time figuring out what I needed to make sure she was the right fit. Yep.
I also want to touch, because there's one issue you also brought forward, is what you can do in the off season. And just, Kim, because I know what you put out and the quality of content that you do put out, it is really good. And so I want to actually see if you would ever be interested in doing kind of like an online course of training other event enthusiasts, more or less. So then you can bring your business online in a way. And then that can be kind of like your off-selling, and we can start kind of thinking of a strategy for you to even be like our online kind of like consultant with all of these people coming in who want to learn from you.
I think that would be super cool.
Mm-hmm. I think you would be really good at that. And there's different programs that you can use to kind of make series. So you kind of like, obviously you would make a course out of each area. I don't know if Sarah, you know any of your top of your heads. Kajabi, I can't remember. Kajabi? Okay. Yeah.
I think that's a little bit those. And actually, I mean, right now is a fabulous time to be transitioning online. Because while offline businesses were hit really hard during this coronavirus, many online businesses weren't. Even though many of them thought they would be and pulled back really quickly, those who kept going have really flourished. So now is a great time. But yeah, there are a couple of platforms. Kajabi is my favorite. However, that's an all-in-one platform. So that means that there's like you have website, landing pages, email marketing. It hosts your products. So that's a really robust program. However, I love it. It's very simple. The interface for your clients looks really great. It looks very organized and clean. It's my favorite. But if you don't need all those things, then it's a little much. My second favorite is one called Teachable. So that's mostly just like the portal to hold your products. That's a really nice one. Also really easy to use and looks nice on the other side for your clients. It doesn't give as much, but like if you're gonna have one course, then it's great. That would be my second recommendation.
And the price tag is lower, right?
Yeah, because Teachable, you're only getting the product platform, whereas Kajabi is a higher price tag because you're getting it all in one. So if you were going to move your business more online, say start an email list, move your website over, you can get that all in one platform for a higher price, which is comparable across, like if you were to have all those different systems in like 4 different places, it would be better to go with the all-in-one. But if you're only going to be putting the course online, then I'd highly recommend something like Teachable.
Okay.
Yeah, and it could just be a sector of your business. Absolutely. This is a really great time for you to refocus on something that can supplement you in the future. I mean, I can only imagine what's going on in the wedding industry due to what's going on in the world. And, I'm curious to see what the wedding industry is going to look like in a year, because you're going to have double the weddings next year because people will be pushing it, I'm assuming. So yeah, I think this is a great time. That's a great suggestion.
What's really nice too is like when you do go to next year, double the weddings, you can make your course into what's called an evergreen course and allow it to run in the background. So if you're putting out ads for it, you can be bringing in revenue, and it's what we call a passive income stream. So you can be bringing in revenue. Your people can be working on the course on their own, and you don't have to put as much work in, right? Or any work. Like if you make it just the course and take away like the consulting or the coaching part of it, it can run completely on its own with a few ads going. So that can be really nice to be gaining that income like as a passive stream while you're in your busy season.
Awesome. Thank you, Sarah. And Melissa. Kim, did you have anything else maybe you want to add or any questions for us?
I don't think so. I think you guys pretty much covered everything.
Awesome. And I can send you a follow-up response in email and some kind of links as well, just so you can have like a better idea of what we've been talking about and take a look, and we can flesh those out for you more if you need to.
That would be great.
Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me and everybody else who's listening today. If anyone had any more feedback for Kim, please, I'll put some information within the actual document here. Please send her a direct message, or myself, and anybody else within the team here. So I hope everyone has a great Thursday, and thank you all for joining.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.